Hello guys, my name is Stephen. This is Phil Delves alongside me. Welcome back to another kit review video on FOOTY.COM. The Premier League may be over, but the new kits keep on coming. We're going to review all of them. So if you are a football fan and a kit fan, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video and a single kit review. And today, we've got one that surprises over the weekend. Crystal Palace, Zaha, Wan-Bissaka and co. I've got a gorgeous new kit from Puma. Phil, what is your take on this shirt?
Well, firstly, I am very surprised. Like you say, it came out of the blue, and I hadn't seen any leaks of this kit either, which is quite rare these days. So it was a big surprise.
They literally did just announce the kit and playing it on Sunday, which is annoying because we can't make videos on a Sunday. Thank you, Crystal Palace and Puma. But it's quite a nice way of doing it, wasn't it? Actually,
yeah, and it is quite nice. It's something which is quite refreshing when a lot of fans, I think, probably bemoan the kind of overly marketed process that you sometimes see. But this was good, and they dropped it. As you say, on Sunday, and I'm really positive. It was a 5-3 win, which is an amazing result.
I'm a City fan, so I was in a bubble, so I had no idea how they got on.
Yeah, it was one of those like final day of the season, everyone just had a bit of a party.
That was great for the kit, isn't it?
So great for the kit, to see that, and it's a small thing, but it is a good thing that they got the win there.
Now, for me, as I'm nowhere near as much as a kit enthusiast as you are, even though I'm a fan, this looks quite a nice kit in terms of it's quite a different design. I've not seen many kits that have a gradient thin white stripe going.
Well, you know what? It is quite a fresh design, and it reminded me of a couple of kits, but we're going back a few years, and this is one that if you're kind of into kits, you'll remember. You might remember Borussia Dortmund had a very similar kit design in 2016-17.
I'll put it up on the screen right here now next to me.
Yeah, and that was an interesting one which had this kind of idea of stripes with kind of stripes in stripes, if you like. Stripeception, I don't know what you'd call it, but...
I bet there's a stripe within those stripes as well.
Yeah, too. And it also looks a bit like Bayern Munich, again, had a kit, which is this kind of idea of blue and red stripes. So it looks like a nice kind of nod to those designs, but it's still quite fresh, as you say, and I like that because often if you've got a team who's got an iconic look like stripes, the temptation is to mess it up like Juventus. I hate to keep mentioning Juventus, but I like this example of Puma is changing the design up a little bit, but it's still very much a Crystal Palace shirt. Yeah, and I really like that, and I do.
It's a mistake of the Crystal Palace, isn't it? That's a good thing, I guess. Sometimes heritage and nostalgia and all that kind of stuff is important. Familiarity is important in football because this is why we support clubs, because we like tradition. Exactly. But if you can find something that looks fresh while still feeling unmistakably one club, then that's the goal, really, isn't it?
Exactly. And I think Puma kits, they always have a slightly kind of modern feel because they're a bit tighter. It's nice that they've not. Sort of doubled down too much on that and done something really crazy and glitchy. I think it's a good balance.
This is the first time in 10 years that white has become the third colour in the kit instead of yellow, which is, you think about Palace, they also got yellow trim, don't they?
I was surprised to read that because in my mind, they've sort of alternated over the years between white and yellow. So that was interesting. And I do really like that.
It's because they have a lot of yellow in the away kits, don't they?
They do. And I think when I realised that, it was one of those things which I think might be why I like this kit quite a lot, because it feels really nice to simplify it down to 3 colours.
The thing is, I didn't realise that either until I read the press release, because obviously you just don't really pay attention that much if it's not your team. But when I did see this kit, I thought, why does it feel different? I couldn't put my finger on quite what it is, but that white from the yellow to the white does make a difference. It's just subtle enough just to really make the shirt pop, isn't it?
Agreed. And I think this is another example of a team and a brand doing better in the second year of their partnership. So for this season, or the season just finished, I believe was the first year of a new deal with Puma for Palace, and the kit was okay, but for me it wasn't quite there. But this is much better, and it's a good encouragement for those that maybe are going into a first year with a brand
City,
like City. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily expect a lot this season, but I think you're in good hands with Puma. I think what I've liked is that in general, we talked about Dortmund recently, and their kit had something about it as well. Yeah, and I like the fact that Puma kits, despite having very similar kind of overall or sort of base construction or templates, there is some variation.
I feel like they do put a bit more variation into their templates. Like, they do. Because the Dortmund one and this one, and the bits I've seen of the City one, they're obviously Puma, but they're all a little bit different. Yes. It's not like when you've got like the Nike ones or the Condivo template for Adidas, where it's just exactly the same but a different colour. It does feel like they play with elements. Like, for example, the shoulder panels seem to be a thing. This big, obviously, got the Puma there on this Italy one, but the way the little kind of section bits, they seem to be consistent, but the necks all look different, or if it's got a cuff or whatever and all that kind of stuff, and the stripes of this one, They are playing with them, which is nice, isn't it?
And you're exactly right. This is what I guess the best situation really you can find yourselves in when you're with a big brand, because a lot of people assume that if you're with a Nike or Adidas or even Puma, you're just getting template kits, but that's not necessarily the case. And Puma are a really good example, as you say. Small variations go a really long way. And I think it's a good sign for any team with Puma, and I think Palace are definitely the beneficiaries there.
They've even made the horrible sponsor look all right, because it's like
they have.
You know what? Nice and clean, white.
It's hard to work with a sponsor like that, and as you say, I quite like it. They sort of those three
symbol
elements
things,
almost fit within the stripes. It's close enough that I can forgive it.
Yeah, even the way the gradient white stripes kind of stop it in, it's framed them in a way that it's just complementary to it. They've done a decent job there, haven't they?
One small thing as well, and it's not a particular concern with Puma kits, but I've noticed a few designs, some of the leaks, where it's been funny that the Puma logo itself has been a different colour on the front as it has to the sleeves, which just looks a bit odd. But I like, again, that things like that haven't happened with this kit. So this is definitely, I think, sneakily going to be one of the better kits. Certainly the home kits of the year.
I like it. It's nice. It said it looks good on the pitch as well. They wore it obviously at the weekend. In general, this is a good little kit. Genuinely good kit. So, if there's anything you could do to improve it?
Oh, it's hard to find obvious improvements. I think the only thing would be, and this isn't necessarily something they can change, but I think a better sponsor would have definitely elevate it.
Yeah, because it is still part of the kit, whether we like it or not.
It is, and I mean, if you're talking about sponsors, the sleeve sponsor is horrendous in the green there.
Oh, that really is bad, isn't it?
Ridiculous. But apart from the sponsor, I mean, it would be very small kind of. And there's the kind of issues of taste, really. I'd like to see. I prefer my kits to have some sort of underlying pattern there. Usually, I feel like that could have been really cool. But honestly, I think this is a really strong kit. Probably, I'm trying to think. This might be the highest.
See, it's not for me, interestingly, but I can definitely see why you would like it. When I saw this, I thought Phil's going to like this. But it lacks a bit. I think it's nice, but it does lack a bit of something to me to make it really look as like timeless. Like kind of look classy. Because it feels like and I mean this with the greatest respect, a really good kind of like amateur team kit. Like, and it's hard to explain, but I can imagine seeing this at a five-a-side place. But it's really good. It looks like very. It looks very accessible, and I think the best kits sometimes have this kind of like. They look like they've been designed just for that club, for that moment, and they look like they've been designed by the best designer in the world. And this doesn't have that slight level of like.
I think that's a very good point.
You know what I mean by that? It feels like you could design it yourself.
And we talk a lot about
like the Nigerian one, for example, the Germany one. They just feel like, you know what, those designers are amazing. I wouldn't look at that and go, these designers are genius. I'd go, that's just a nice shirt.
You know what I would say? I think I'd actually agree with you, and I think this is what separates. We rate shirts out of 100 on here, and I think. If a shirt's going to get into the 90s, it's got to be that category.
Yeah, it has to have a moment of inspiration.
It has to be, as you say.
And justifying the wages.
Yeah, and I think the other thing which I would say is, if this is a design which we don't see in other teams, it adds a lot to it. But obviously, if we see a couple of other teams with this same design, then it goes down in its estimation. So you almost have to wait and see.
I think though when you see it, even if it's someone else, because I think you just see it and go, no one's gonna have that design because it's so obvious. Like it's so like I don't know. I can't think of one from last season that jumps at the mind. Like look at all the Palmer kits last season. Like the random colours, and you think, oh, they're just so different and fresh. I wouldn't say this is so different and fresh. I'd just say it's obviously a good shirt, but I wouldn't say it's a classic. That's my personal opinion. I think it lacks a bit of. Something, little spark. But go on, I'll let you do the score anyway. We've been reviewing them all, by the way. We've still not made
Can we bring up the list?
We've got a list. So let me just try and find the list. I've got it in a notepad somewhere. God knows where my list is. We've got Liverpool's goalkeeper shirt, 85, Chelsea 83, Liverpool 81. Then we've got a bunch of teams in the 70s, Rangers, Corinthians, Leicester. All those videos, by the way, are on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch those shirt reviews, go and do it. It's a good players to sit through and watch and go, oh yeah, that's nice, that's good. Anyway, go on, you say.
Yeah, no, I think. Looking at this list, I would definitely say this is, I was going to say the best shirt review so far. I'm going to put it on 85 for different reasons to the Liverpool goalkeeper kit.
Okay.
But I do really think when all said and done, this is a top 5 kit. I'm going to guess, unless we get some amazing kits from the rest of the clubs. But no, I do really like this kit, and I think, again, I'm excited for future Puma releases.
Well, there's Phil's verdict of 85. As ever, want to know what you think of this shirt in the comments below. Let us know if you think we're very right or very wrong, but let us know how Puma could improve this kit. I'm looking forward to seeing it next season on the pitch. Don't forget, if you are a football shirt fan, there's loads of kit reviews on our channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. There'll be some coming up this week maybe as well. There'll probably be United. City have got to drop at some point. Spurs have got to drop a new kit. Arsenal have. It's going to all be happening very soon. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Stephen. This is Phil, and we'll see you soon.